Yo guys, we're jumping into UFC Fight Night Barboza vs Murphy. These are my predictions of who I think will win in these matchups in the main event. Without further ado, let's get into this. The first fight to start the card off is Luana Pinheiro versus Angela Hill. I'll be frank, both girls are not super technical, to be honest. Angela Hill is the more technical of the two. She has pretty good pressure overall. She has a nice tie clinch and she's got nice knees in the clinch. And Luana Pinheiro, just overall stand-up is not comparable to Angela Hill's. Luana Pinheiro also has a tendency to leave her chin right up in the air, and Angela Hill actually has some pretty hard-looking hooks. I think Angela Hill gets either a decision win on damage or a nice TKO win via hook KO, so I'm calling that now. So for this fight, specifically, I'm picking Angela Hill. And we move on. Adrian Yanez versus Vinicius Salvador. I actually really like Adrian Yanez. He was a fighter I was looking at a lot, watching his earlier fights. And I just loved his boxing technique overall. I thought he looked like a nice boxer. Definitely has his issues with defense. And this was sort of exposed in his last fight with Rob Font. But in saying that, this fight is meant to be an easy fight for Yanez. Vinicius Salvador is not really that good, I'll be honest with you, and he's coming off of 2 losses right now as well. I think one is to CJ Vergara and the other one is to, it's Vitor Altamirano, I think? Altamirano? Anyways, cut it short as well. I'm picking Yanez by a TKO win in the second round. I'm going to make it the second round. And that's it for that prediction. So, Yanez by TKO. Ramiz Brahimaj versus Themba Gorimbo. Alright. I think Themba Gorimbo wins via tag team match with The Rock. Nah, I'm joking. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen the videos with The Rock and Themba Gorimbo, where The Rock gives him the house as well. So a lot of people would have already heard of Themba Gorimbo, at least from those snippets. May have not seen him fight, but at least from those Instagram posts. Anyways, both guys in this matchup are explosive. They both like to throw powerful punches. But I do favor Themba Gorimbo in this matchup. I think Themba is training with a lot of great fighters over at MMA Masters, if I'm not mistaken. And they would be helping him to improve at a fast rate with fighters like Ilia Topuria and Colby Covington to help push him and just to overall keep his cardio strong. I can see Brahimaj gassing out sometime later in the first, maybe second round. I watched a couple of fights of Brahimaj's and he just doesn't seem like he has the gas tank to go the full distance. I could of course be mistaken, but that's just my opinion watching a couple of fights. So to set my pick in stone, I'm going to go with Themba Gorimbo to either win a decision or to TKO Brahimaj in the later rounds. Khaos Williams versus Carlston Harris. So this is a tough one. I actually haven't seen Khaos Williams for a while, I think. I barely see him fight anymore. I think the guy fights like once a year, if that. I think the last time I watched him fight was against Randy Brown or Rolando Bedoya, and Khaos is quite good. I think he went to a split decision with Randy Brown, and even a loss to Randy Brown is not that bad. And if I remember correctly, he knocked down Randy Brown in that matchup twice, I believe. But to get back on track, I think this fight is going to be most likely a toss-up, and it's going to be between Khaos Williams TKO and Carlston Harris grappling his way to a decision win. I'm going to be picking Khaos Williams, and I'm just hoping he can keep the fight on the feet and let his hands go against Harris. And I'm going to be picking him by TKO finish. And we move on. Edson Barboza versus Lerone Murphy. This is another close pick. Most likely be a stand-up fight between the two, and Barboza is just the more solid, well-rounded stand-up fighter out of the two. Barboza has also looked really good in his last few fights in featherweight. That's when it's been kept standing for the most part. Lerone Murphy has shown a weakness regarding his grappling defense, but I doubt he'll really have to show that in this matchup. Maybe Murphy might take a grappling approach in this fight, but we'll have to see about that. My final prediction is that I think Barboza wins via later rounds TKO or decision win, since I just think Lerone Murphy won't be able to match the pace of Barboza when you look at the fight as a whole, and he'll hunt for a finish early in the first and second round. I don't think he'll get it. Barboza has beaten guys that I believe are more technically sound than Lerone Murphy on the feet, as well as he's beaten fighters with comparable power to Lerone Murphy. This fight's close, but I'll be going with Barboza by decision win. Anyways, that's my final prediction. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you've been liking the content, chuck a follow and a like for your boys. So anyways, see you guys next time.